what am I going to do with myself? Trying to find myself, as it were.
And you discover magic.
Yeah, I did. I did just kind of it. Yeah.
Do you have a friend that was a magician?
Horrible story. We were all under 21. That much I do remember.
Right. Drugs
and
involved?
No, nothing like that. No, but the friend of the friend could get us into the club in Washington D.C. Being that it was a strip club, and you had to be over 21 to get into this type of establishment.
Right.
But he got us in. I'm like, how the heck did you get us in here? And he was like, he made a handkerchief disappear. He's like, oh, I do tricks. I make them like me. I'm like, you're kidding me. You got us in here by doing that? I mean,
that's a great story.
Well, that's the honest one. It's not pretty, but it's the honest one.
I mean, honesty is the best thing. That is actually a great story.
No, that's a great story.
Well, I mean, if you're using your powers for evil and to manipulate people and to try to do things like that, but yeah. It's not always nice.
The dove was molting, by the way.
It's that time of year.
Yeah.
Actually, it's egg laying time too. So.
Don't be surprised.
You're gonna get an egg? That's true. Well, yeah, I guess they can lay eggs anytime they want, right? I never even thought about it. Chickens, yes, but do doves lay eggs?
Oh yes.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I ended up, and he said, yeah, I just went to the magic shop, bought this $10 trick, and boom, that's where that guy's. He stopped there. Rick, if you're listening, it was Rick, my friend Todd's friend Rick, that got us into magic. We went to the magic shop, and I blew a pile of money and got a couple of tricks, and it changed everything. This was like the 90s.
Right.
So the nightclub was, it was like loud.
Right.
And like, hi, what's your name?
Right.
So it was like, social interaction was kind of limited.
Right.
Unless you did something different.
And you did something different.
Yeah, put guy liner on.
And that wasn't that different in the 90s.
No, well, not. It was an experiment at the time.
Yeah.
It was just something. This was like a mainstream type of nightclub situation.
Right. Well, I know that your pirate look, as it were,
Pirates
has evolved. Has evolved.
Yeah, it wasn't purposefully the pirate look, as it were, or the Captain Morgan look, but this crazy facial hair thing. Oh, that was I lost a bet. Jeez. It was a dare.
A dare to grow your beard.
I bet you can't. I'm like, I don't know. Let's see what happens, and it's still like crazy.
So basically, peer pressure rules your life.
How long are you gonna go with it?
Yeah, how long is it gonna be? What are we gonna do?
Geez.
Yeah, no, that's a good question.
Are we gonna be back here next year, and it's gonna be like wait?
It's pretty long now. Oh yeah, here we go. Bubbles.
Oh.
See, it totally changed the subject just doing that.
See?
I was wondering why it was tasting so awful.
Oh yeah.
I was wondering.
Here's another trick.
Yeah, these are straws. Here, you know how to operate that?
Sure.
Here, take a dip.
Oh, just like this?
Yeah.
See, we all thought that was lemonade. Silly us.
Stick it in there?
Yeah, just here.
Oh, and try it.
Yeah, do it.
Yes, you two ladies blow.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it just so you
don't inhale whatever you do.
Just blow.
Ooh, look at this one.
Oh yeah.
Mark, do you want to?
You go ahead. Blow away. I've got to do the show.
I am not good at this. See,
just blow out.
Right, but watch. Here.
See?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got a couple there. That's some good bubbles. Yeah, we didn't ask Trevor permission. We asked Trevor permission for the fire, but not for the bubbles. Bubbles okay? Yeah.
Sorry, I keep getting into the equipment.
No, I think that's okay. It's not a big deal.
Let me help you out here.
Yeah, here we go.
The bubbles here.
He just turned the bubble into a ball. Now he's twirling the ball. Yeah, you might. Put the ball in his mouth. Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, now there's a bubble. There's a ball.
Love
it. Yeah, isn't that pretty? That's just pretty.
You got a ball and a dove.
You know, this guy, somebody should date him, okay? Because imagine dating a guy like this. I mean, seriously, the magic between the two, like.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, this is amazing.
Do you have a girlfriend now, Michael?
No, not at the moment.
Well, ladies out there, this is the man. I mean, how much fun would you have? Seriously.
Well, when I told Michael Vile, when I texted him and said, "Should you come on the show?" He said, "Sure." And I said, "You know who else is going to be on? Diane Franklin." What was your reaction?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I was like Last American Virgin.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes.
It was a very specific scene from that.
The
yeah.
ending?
Well, not to mention, if I may keep it a family show, but if I may say that, yeah, it was 6 months after that movie came out. I'm totally dating myself here, I mean, as far as age-wise, but I lost my virginity. That would be,
You lost your virginity after seeing The Last American Virgin.
Well,
that would be accurate, but there was one specific scene
Yeah.
that stood out.
Yep.
Yeah, just because you
Because I was in high school, I
because
was
you
in the
lost your
AV
virginity in the movie on a
right,
football field.
in the football
Stadium.
stadium thing. When I was on the stadium, it was like in that box.
In
where
the
it
press
was-
box.
Press
In the
box. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
was on the AV club. I had access. I had keys to that box. It was after hours. I took my girlfriend up there, and I practically duplicated your scene from that freaking movie. I really did.
But
It's
you
pathetic.
didn't get her pregnant.
No.
Good.
Nothing so.
I was waiting for that.
That came
Don't
way
even
later.
say
That came later.
Well, it's interesting because I heard Diane on another interview saying that Last American Virgin was like sex education.
Yes, I think it's sex education.
That's
for
how it
guys.
worked, guys.
It really
Yeah,
was.
if you're watching,
Yeah.
that's.
And I
this
told
was a
I told
big
Hannah about
influence.
that. Hannah's not seen it.
No, I've seen it.
Oh, you have seen it.
He brought her a teddy bear and a Christmas tree, or flowers and a Christmas tree. Something
That
when you were in the
is Better
hospital.
Off Dead. Better
Oh,
Off
Better Off
Dead.
Dead.
But
Better
Last
Off
American Virgin, honestly, if you haven't seen it, and I wouldn't normally even say this, but the truth is, Last American Virgin is sex education for guys. It's the perfect film because you will go in and get all your happiness from the
Yes.
lightness
See a
of it.
19-year-old Diane Franklin.
Right, 19. But then
Were you 19 then?
Then I was 19. But then after that, you're gonna learn about love, and you would never go to see a love story. So that's what's so interesting about the film. You're gonna learn about guy stuff, like all kinds of stuff. And this was based on the director's life, this true story. So everything that happened was real.
Right.
Really happened to him, and it is actually a remake of a film called Lemon Popsicle, which was an Israeli film. So this was the American version of that. Lemon Popsicle had a 1950s theme,
Right.
and Better Off Dead.
Last
American Virgin. Too many films. Last American Virgin had the 80s, amazing 80s soundtrack.
It's got everybody. It's the Police, the Cars, the Blondie. It's got Devo. It's got
It'll take you right back,
Boingo
yeah.
Boingo, all of them.
If you don't know what the 80s are, it's a great movie to see because it is a time capsule of 80s music, 80s style.
Yes.
My hair, it was the first time curly hair was in the 80s. My hair kick-started the entire 80s thing. It was the reason why, if your mother got perms, well, yeah, it was because of me.
Well, that's what you. That's another thing you said in the
Yeah.
review is that you were the first romantic lead. The girl,
American Dream Girl.
the teen crush,
Right.
or the crush, the love object that had curly hair.
That had curly hair.
And I was thinking about it, and you're right.
I know because I lived it. Because 10 years before, I had been straightening my hair for auditions, and I actually was just checking. Amy Irving had curly hair as well. She was in Carrie,
Right.
and she played a teen in Carrie in 1976, I think,
Yeah.
or whatever. But she was even then 21 when
Yeah.
she did it. And when I did Virgin, it was like I was the first teen role model with curly hair that made it beautiful. Because
Right.
before curly hair was like frizzy, or she was like the best friend.
Yeah.
There was never, as a teen, you would never ever want curly hair. It was like, oh gosh, what am I going to do with it? I can't go to school. You spend hours getting it, done. But because of that film, suddenly it became beautiful and attractive. And so to me, and I remember when I did it, I was like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? Am I like doing this job with curly hair? And they actually afterwards was like job after job, like, oh no, you keep your curly hair. And I got lead after lead. And so I really think it was a combination, obviously, of timing. It was talent. Thank you. Well, you know what? I had worked enough that when it hit, I was ready to work and act. It wasn't just sort of like
there's a lot of your old commercials on YouTube.
I know.
The Coke commercials, the Trident Mint commercial.
Yes, I know that commercial happened also later, like maybe I was 16 or 17. Again, that
a lot
was
of singing and dancing in these commercials.
because of fame and all all those things.
And it was I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. That was a big thing at the
I'm
time.
a pepper,
Yeah.
right? There was musicals. It was dancing and singing.
Yeah, the people. Yeah, Coke's great. It's like.
And that Coke commercial, I did it because Coke is It was the campaign.
Oh, okay.
That was the first commercial that was a minute long. The commercials were never